Hey Hemlock, hey Space Spins Tomato. 8 hours of the quasi starting soon music. I work hard to curate my playlist. I had a little bit of food, and now we go. Back into Roottreemania. And we hopefully find this. What's going on? Okay. So there's not as many people as there were in the previous one. There's still a lot, though. Oh my god, look at all the infidelity. And it's all tied to this one? Oh my god. Who are you? Yep, a lot of infidelity. Infidelity 1921. I see. I see. Okay. Notable events. 6 pieces. The Roottree Rift. Clark Rafferty LaRue. 5 Ps. Roottreemania Anonymom. 8 months since you helped Sam Madsen. Sam was true to her word and paid you an incredible sum of money. She never mentioned you by name. However, so you've managed to keep a low profile. The Roottrees, on the other hand, have not. Below is a summary of notable books since the events since the book's release, so you can refresh your memory in full detail by searching online. Sam Madsen's book about Elias Roottree was released in February. It was a bestseller for a few months. At the time, Carl had not yet been replaced. In March, the Roottree company stumbled publicly as they attempted to respond to the book's release with multiple conflicting press releases and a clear lack of leadership. Clark was announced as the permanent successor to Carl and welcomed Sam Madsen to the family officially. The company hired an outside legal group to handle the changes to the Clancy Trust. This included any other new questions of lineage. So Clark, of all people, is the new one. Ooh. I was watching your last Small Saga episode, Keep Being Cool. Hey, thanks, Rat Vagabond. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed the Small Saga playthrough. That was a fun one. Also, welcome in. My energy drink tastes really weird today. I don't know if I'm gonna drink that. It has a weird taste to it. I do not trust it. After this announcement, there was a rash of different people claiming to be Roottrees. Mostly dismissed as opportunists and scammers, the highest profile of these by a wild margin was a rapper named Felix Fellows, who changed his moniker to 5 Ps as a publicity move. At the same time, 5 Ps is the only notable person on the tree. Does it taste of heart explosion? Yeah, they always do. But, this one has like a weird, I don't know, taste. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's not nice. Also, hey Rexby. And I did hydrate. Another high-profile misstep, Miracle Roottree publicly and vehemently denied that 5 Ps was a Roottree. The Roottree's legal team then offered to do a DNA test to get 5 Ps to drop his claim, and in a moment that caught what seemed like the entire world by storm, the test proved he was a Roottree. Suddenly the world was obsessed with the Roottrees. Oh no. Anonymom and Jane Doe Roottree. In July, an anonymous woman who the press began to refer to as Anonymom appeared in interviews with her face and voice disguised. She claimed that an affair with the Roottree led to the birth of her daughter, aka Jane Doe Roottree. If true, this would make her daughter yet another secret Roottree, and therefore entitled to a share of the Clancy Trust. Nobody knew it at the time, but this would turn out to be the last chapter in the Roottreemania saga. As more and more of Anonymom's story came out, people began to notice how much it echoed 5 P's in nearly every significant way. The court of public opinion began to turn, confirming the world's suspicions. The DNA test, orchestrated by lawyers on both sides, proved that her daughter was not a Roottree. Final event caused public disappointment, smugness from doubters, and countless accusations of the entire ordeal being an elaborate hoax or attempt at fraud. Things got a bit ugly, and the fun of Roottreemania seemed to disappear overnight. Now 2 months later, it feels like a distant memory. Previously, yeah, the Roottree Candy Company, I remember all of this. There are also a few dead ends and red herrings. Aloysius, who claimed he was a Roottree but was not. Family Man, a book about Elias, turned out to be propaganda and not useful. Lauren's other books, historicals, romance novels, are not useful on their own. Caroline Morden's sculptures were not useful. Yep, knock at my door, and it's Clark. Okay, so that's all we have. I might as well look up 5 Ps. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, give me those wonderful sounds. Gotta do the handshake. Delicious. Let's see. Periodicals, public library, spider search. Interesting. It's off topic, but do you have any tips for Sea of Stars? It just started? It's been a hot minute since I played, so I can't remember any tips in particular, now that I think about it. Especially ones that aren't spoilery. But yeah, I can't think of anything. Sorry, my memory is so terrible. So I can't think of anything in particular that's not like a spoiler or something. Fun game though, I hope you enjoy it. I have some of the music from it on my playlist on here as well. On my stream playlist. Okay. 5 Ps. Felix Fellows is a rapper who has found some recent radio play after being publicly confirmed as a long-lost Roottrees and entitled to part of their fortune. Felix Fellows. Okay. You are a rapper. That's not an option. It's probably just musician. Again. Yeah. Alright, I need a picture of you. His alias 5 Ps is a play on 5 Pieces, an article you find on a website known for their particularly harsh reviews of modern music. Gives his most recent album, Root of All Evil, 1 star out of 7 for whatever reason, with the headline, "More poser than my action figure collection." The review mentions his real name is David, and he used to go by Dirty Davy. Oh, so David is actually your name. Wait a minute. His real name is David. So... David... Well, none of them are actually going to be going by Roottrees, but... Used to go by Dirty Davy. The author rues the fact that this rebranding was a blatant marketing stunt at the expense of his mother's tragic past. She overdosed when he was 16. Posture? Check my posture. Apparently one of the songs on the album is new, and the others were simply rewritten to turn blatant references to sex, drugs, and violence into clumsy euphemisms. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of News Time holding a photo of his mother with Guy Hudson. At first, the Roottrees company denied it vehemently. A miracle Roottrees even appeared on the same magazine a week later. Since then, they backtracked and publicly welcomed him to the family. Their press release at the time stated they had new evidence that confirmed his story. Okay, what happens if I search Felix Fellows? Just that. Long lost Roottrees. An article you found on a website. So let's try Root of All Evil. By the way, what periodicals can I still? I can still search Modern Music Monthly. Okay, so let's check 5 Ps. Oh wait, did I do it right? 5 Ps, yeah. Felix Fellows. Nothing relevant. Okay. Root of All Evil, 1 star out of 7. Okay, let's search this. 5 Ps debut album. According to various resources, the album is mostly material that 5 Ps recorded for his mixtapes before he became notable, but re-recorded with lyrical difference and professional production. All Your Problems was the first and only single released. They're dropping the single. 5P's announced he retained the infamous celebrity lawyer Stevie Whitlock to sue his family. To date, it doesn't seem like he's followed through. At first, the single didn't make much of a splash, but Whitlock, known for publicity stunts, paid thousands of teenagers a few dollars an hour to call and request a video on MTV, which increased its profile. MTV eventually called on and banned the video, which in turn received national news coverage and made the song even more popular. Oh my. Okay. So let's go back a little. Look at my history here. So let's make a notes page about 5Ps. So okay. Let's keep that name there. Root of all evil. Yeah, let's add that. Okay, that definitely needs to go. Apparently one of the songs on the album is new. The others are simply rewritten. Okay, this might be important. His rise to prominence was kickstarted when he appeared, if you noted, and there's a whole new interest. Mother at first, Roottrees. Yep. Backtrack and welcome to the family. Okay, that can go in there as a highlight too. Okay, so now back to Root of All Evil. All Your Problems was the first and only single. To date, it doesn't remain followed through. Hold on, which in turn received national news coverage. Okay, let's search All Your Problems. This track is the only song on the album, only new song. Subject matter of the song is the hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that the only people who think money is evil are those that have it, those that can afford not to be greedy. And the song 5Ps triumphantly talks about taking the Roottrees' wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. Find a copy of the song on a suspicious-looking website and download it. Okay. All Your Problems by 5Ps.
Attention, attention Roottrees. This is 5Ps coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
You say money is the root of all your problems.
Okay. Stop it.
Root of all your
Alright, there we go. Getting back to this. This is the only single from 5Ps' album Root of All Evil. It received some airplay, but didn't make a big splash critically or commercially. Still, it's kind of catchy. Okay, it doesn't say this is, it doesn't say this is, it doesn't, that there's nothing in here. Hey, Sage. Please make it your sub notification sound. The entire song? Yeah, I will. The entire song will play. United States. You might burn bright in Hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. Oh, damn. That's a fucked line. Yo, it's disturbing catching a sermon from a geezer. Oh man, told him to kiss your ass. I mean, the song does talk about some real things. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Not helpful right now. Not helpful right now. But, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Okay, reminders. It says there's a good amount of stuff in all your problems. Aw, you can read it just fine. I would have played the entire song, but it kind of kills the vibe having vocal music play over this game where I'm trying to read and like concentrate on facts and stuff. So can I find that? Hey, binary. To lurk while coding? Hope you have fun coding. I need to search Stevie Whitlock now. Lawyer with a history of publicity stunts and grandstanding, still she's managed to rack up quite a few legal victories for C-list celebrities. She's successfully suing a multinational sandwich company whose 12-inch subs were actually an average of 11.5 inches long. Stevie argued that since the company sold 1 billion sandwiches per year, that was enough Michelin sandwich to make a sub long enough to span from New York to Los Angeles. The jury awarded her a paltry $5,000, but the news coverage of her crusade turned out to be priceless. Fortunately, none of this seems related to the Roottrees. Rage quit a game today for the first time in a long time? What was it? Root of all evil. Nice fellows. Let's try searching Dirty Davy. According to Fansykes, Felix Fellows is not Five Piece's actual name. His birth name is David Fellows. Okay. So David Fellows is your actual name. Dirty Davy was Five Piece's previous stage name. He used to sell records and perform live shows in Portland. There are several people selling his old mixtapes on auction sites. One is apparently called Dirty Devil, and another one is Dirt Poor. Okay. Lego Bionicle Quest for the Toa? Wait, was that the MMO one you played? That's not, right? This is a different one. Five Piece's first mixtape released as Dirty Davy from the early 90s. Discrepancies and debates about what year exactly it was released based on some of the pop culture references, with the range thought to be somewhere between 1992 and 94. One of the songs, Yes I Can Jump, seems to be at the center of the confusion. Fansites claim that there are multiple versions with different track lists and song lengths, though because there's little evidence in mixtape online as it is, it's even harder to verify. Five Piece's mixtape Dirty Devil. It seems to be the only song that didn't make it onto his studio album that people thought should have. He references a popular movie from 1992 called White Men Can't Jump. This reference has caused some confusion amongst the fan base. Because of it, it's agreed upon that the mixtape had to come out in 1992 at the earliest. The others point out that Fellows references seeing the movie on his 17th birthday. That would have been in 1994. Some take this to mean that the album had to be released in 1994 at the earliest. Others claim that he was likely just trying to make himself sound older, since in response to some of the more questionable lyrics, he has stated multiple times that he was just a dumb kid when it released. Okay, that's just talking about this again. Alright. Dirt Poor. There's a mixtape by Dirty Davy released in 1996. There's a lot of online discourse. People point out that one of the songs includes someone that would be revealed to be his own distant cousin, Raina, in a list of attractive women. Lyrics to one of his songs, Heat, mentions a few different prominent female actresses, models, and musicians from the 90s, and provides a crude pun or line about what Fellows felt about them. When released in 1999, much of the rhetoric was toned down to be less overtly profane. The line referencing Raina was clumsily replaced by Dana, a reference to a character from the X-Files. Yeah. Nothing relevant. I can't find anything about the X-Files. Heat. Dirty Davy Heat? No. Bad controls, difficulty level gets steep quick. You can't move through enemies, so you get stuck and constantly attacked. And lots of platforming around water that takes you back to land that you jumped from, but can't control your jumps beyond short jump and long jump. Not the MMO, and it's an old Game Boy Advance game that was supposed to be before the Mononui online game that I streamed. Interesting. Makes sense. Alright. Well, I've searched up a lot about you, but I can't really find a picture of you. Let's try searching just David Fellows. Yeah, I can't find an actual picture of you. Why don't you have a mixtape with you on it? Come on. More poser than my action figure collection. Yeah, can't find the article that it came from. Ah, here we go. News time. This is what I need. This is what I need. There we go. It releases a new issue every week. Famously appeared on the cover claiming to be a Rootree, then 1 week later Miracle did the same, denying that he was. Because of this high-profile back-to-back discourse right before the start of Roottreemania, they appeared to be the de facto publication to get news about the ongoing Rootree saga. They reported record subscriber numbers during this time, which lasted until the end of Roottreemania, when the world generally stopped paying much attention and went back on reporting more traditional news. Yes. So, I need to search 5Ps in this. Fellows, aka 5Ps, famously appeared on the cover. A week later, Miracle appeared on the cover in an article that focused heavily on 5Ps as well. Summary of both articles, as well as a close-up of the photo 5Ps is holding on the cover of his issue, have been added to your evidence. Game had other issues too, like the music being way too intense and repeating no matter the mood of the game. I feel like I was in a boss fight just walking around one of the towns. It wasn't relative to the rage quit, but I felt like it kept stressing me playing it because there wasn't any restful points. That makes sense. There's Felix. Okay, and you're holding the picture. Appeared on the cover of News Time. Yes. Only a photo of Guy Hudson. The article concerns his insistence that his father was Guy Hudson. Story was dramatic and inspirational and initially dismissed as fake until a DNA test proved that he was related to Guy Hudson. Okay. Joanna was Zach Morton's secretary when he retired. And then Guy Hudson's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks after that before she quit. For 2 weeks that he was president. His parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid of her and her son's life. Afraid for her and her son's life. He grew up until he was 16, but one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked the register. The next morning they found her dead from an overdose. She had stolen all the cash from her drawer and spent it on heroin. Okay. As Felix went through her belongings, the only things he had to remember her by were a hairbrush she always used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. Then he found it, a box hidden in the back of her closet. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away with the exception of the one photo that appears on the cover of News Time. He says it was the only one where they were dressed, the only one not from the affair itself. Oh, ew. Okay. Okay. Magazine also includes some additional history about Five P's career. He was born Felix to Riley and Joanna Fellows, but has never rapped without a moniker. He tried to find success by opening for other artists and even by selling CDs on street corners. He has only recently started going as 5 P's to harness the power of his lineage. The writer did some research into the truth of these claims and was able to confirm that Joanna did work for the Roottrees company as a secretary. Also confirmed she died of a drug overdose and Felix went into foster care. They were unable to track down his father. He also reached out to the Roottrees company, but at the moment the company's blanket statement was since the release of a recent book, Roottrees has seen an overwhelming number of false ancestral claims. Encourage individuals to reach out to us in official capacity as opposed to attempting to use our name in the media for publicity. I'm gonna do some fishing in Stardew to calm down. Ah, if only Oodles was here. Oh yeah, hope your date goes well, Sage. Okay, so we have a picture of you, and I also have your mother's name. So this is Joanna Fellows. And this is Guy. Not Guy Hudson? Oh, wait. I guess you're first affair. Okay. Yeah, so this is Guy. There you are, Guy. Okay, and who is your... Guy Hudson. Sensational DNA test. It was Zach Morton's parents divorced when he was 4 after his father learned of the affair of Felix and his mother moved to Portland. Grew up there until he was 16. He was born to Riley and Joanna Fellows. Okay. So... this is Joanna, then. And you're Riley. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And we go ahead and slap your picture in there. Okay, I have more notes on you. Charlatans and thieves. Miracle Roottree fires back. Wow, look at Miracle's dumbass. Look at you, Miracle. Appeared on the cover, he vehemently denied that 5 P's was a Roottrees. The article was before the DNA test proved it. Miracle doesn't focus much on the details of 5 P's accusations regarding his mother and Guy Hudson. Instead, he comes across as exhausted at the events that have been going on behind the scenes, as well as the character of those he feels attacked his family. Starts with 6 P's content. Says that although most of the book was based in fact, that left out anything that wouldn't fit the agenda. He points out Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm division of Roottrees, and that Sam did the same before her. That Sam's family was not destitute, and that it really was only her son who chose to take on a job with no salary. He claims... oh wait, that seems important. He's also exhausted. Although most of the book... okay, let's make a note about 6 pieces. 6 pieces... 6 pieces... book. Okay. And then, specifically, he left out anything that wouldn't fit the junior points. Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary for overseeing the farm, and that Sam did the same before her. That is important. Sam's family was not destitute, and that it really was only her son who chose to take on a job with no salary. That is important. Though they didn't have to, the family helped pay for her son's medical bills after voting that it was the right thing to do. Miracle also says that the story about his father, Elias, shunning EC was one-sided, leaving out Edward Clancy's blame in the whole thing. Yeah, I'm doubting you here, Miracle. Elias gave him a simple ultimatum: stop sinning or be disowned. What a piece of shit! Miracle says it was EC's own choice, and that Elias allowing him to earn food and shelter on the company's dime was a kindness, especially considering that he and John continued to live together. Wow. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Miracle then pivots to the fallout from Six Pieces. He recounts a deluge of claims to the Clancy trust that the family had been subjected to. He doesn't cite any specifics, but says that every time someone comes forward, the family devolves to arguments. They had to hire an outside legal team, but so far, every case has been demonstrably, laughably false. All they do is tarnish his family's reputation. Okay. He focuses on 5Ps who appeared on Newt's time. He calls him a grifter and a delinquent and says he is using their name to products to sell filth to the masses. Of all the accusations, he says this is the most dangerous because it exposes the world to hatred. He cites 5P's lyrics as violent, sexist, and ungodly, and prays the boy will repent, retract his lies, and find religion. Lastly, he turns to the future. Miracle states that those who wish to hear the true story can join him on his farewell tour of fucking course. God, what a piece of shit. Miracle's Roottrees are planning on touring the country's churches one last time, and that now at age 71, Miracle is the oldest living Roottrees. While he plans to continue preaching at his own church in Butler County after the tour, it's your last chance to hear the truth from the man with the most complete recollection of one of America's most notable families of your hometown. Article mentions that Miracle's son, Miracle Jr., does not wish to comment, and has a statement from... Ooh, Miracle's son doesn't wish to comment, has a... from Clark. Miracle does not speak for his entire family. We're working carefully on a plan to definitely disprove any claims of infidelity. The article also does not refute Miracle's claim that he's the oldest living Roottrees, despite Sam Madsen being born the year before him. It is unclear if Miracle made this claim out of ignorance or spite. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. God, Miracle is such a piece of shit. You little asshole. With your stupid tie. With your stupid tie. I'm surprised Miracle hasn't tossed out the rainbow tie at this point. He seems like the type that would complain about, oh, the gays stole the rainbow. Oh god, you dumb asshole. Okay. Yep, there you are. And there you are. 5Ps appeared on the cover of Newstime holding this Polaroid of his mother, Joanna, when she was Zach Morton's secretary at a company picnic. He claims that Joanna and Guy Hudson, also in the photo, were having an affair that led to his birth. Alright, Guy. There you are. So, Guy, yeah, Guy was, as we can see over here, Guy was the, redhead. With Patricia, who wrote the book that was an expose on a lot of these things. So that's Guy. Okay. I mean, you were the third president. Does it want me to put that? I don't know if it wants me to put that. You were a secretary. Okay. So apparently Guy's not correct. Oh wait, no, it has to be 4. Oh, we're doing the 4 again. Okay. Alright, so that's a lot of info that I've got. One says Sam's daughter still earns a generous salary from overseeing the farm division, and that Sam did the same before her. That seems like it could be important. But I know nothing about these other infidelities right now. First affair, final affair. Oh my god. Okay. And then there's one family tree update. So I'm guessing one of these is real. Yeah. So that's the one that is actually real. Okay. Okay, the company picnic. I did get the picture of your stupid ass. Yes, I did. Let's go add you. Oh, do I not add you? Oh. I thought I would have added the extra picture of Miracle. Oh! Oh! That's why I'm not adding the extra picture of Miracle, because Miracle's one of the ones that also had an infidelity. So Miracle's gonna go somewhere here. Because I was like, wait a minute. We're supposed to be able to add their extra pictures. Miracle, you little shit. That's why you were in here talking so much shit about, oh, this is not true. Believe me. You little shit. You little shit, Miracle. Okay. Alright, let's look at some more of the notes. Generous salary. Rick also says a story about his father shunning EC was one-sided. It's EC's own choice and his life allowing him to earn food and shelter. Ugh. Rick states that he wished to hear the true story, come to his upcoming tour. Yeah, and your own son didn't even want to comment. Miracle doesn't speak for his family. Okay. God, you're such a shit. Such a shit. Boodles told me you suck. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, let's search the internet for 6 pieces. Unwrapping America's Sweetest Family by Sam Madsen, perhaps assisted by the still relatively recent plane crash, shot to the top of the charts. It was limited to only 2 months. Most reviewers agreed the core book about Samantha's father and struggles they faced was compelling and that the takedown of the hypocrisy of Elias Rootree was deserved. However, many took umbrage with the timing of the release and tone of the book, which seemed vindictive. Oh, fuck off! Oh, fuck off with this. Fuck off with this. The fallout from the book led to the Roottree company scrambling to release a statement due to a conflict of leadership. Famously released multiple conflicting official statements. This confusing move was referenced in popular culture due to a late-night sketch about indecisionitis. More traditional analysts have begun calling it, coined by a popular sketch show as part of a fake pharmaceutical advertisement for JIT Together. While the segment isn't fully about the Roottree Candy Company, it was released in the weeks after their bizarre response to the release of 6 pieces by Sam Madsen and references to the recent news. The sketch, a woman ordered a number 5 at a drive-thru speaker. Then after pulling forward, she changed her mind at the window and asked him to switch it to a number 3. It caused a lengthy backup and annoyance amongst the restaurant employees and other patrons. After she pulled away and the employees began helping other customers, then barged into the restaurant and past the current line loudly complaining that she didn't receive her number 5. The sketch transitioned from the restaurant scene into a pharmaceutical commercial. The woman was suffering from indecisionitis, a disease that causes extreme confusion and irritability, and has recently been found to severely hinder the leaders of large corporations, but could also spread to humans. Could recently been spread to hinder the leaders of large corporations, but could also spread to humans, insinuating that they're not humans. Doctor Din recommends JIT Together, a fake pharmaceutical drug. Multiple testimonials use variations of the catchphrase, when I can't make my tough decisions, I've got to get my JIT together. Final testimonial included a bald man in silhouette with a voice changer saying, I'm not comfortable sharing who I am, but I'm comfortable saying that before I took over my family's candy company, I really should have gotten my JIT together. Wait a minute. Okay, this is just, JIT Together again. Okay. 10 out of the 10 Game of the Year material right there. No, it was fantastically done. Okay. Now let's search the Roottree Rift. Three press releases from the Roottree Candy Company after the release of 6 pieces were referred to as the Roottree Rift. First was fairly standard, stated there was no president of the Roottree Company, but that the entire family is made aware of the release of the book. Okay, wait, let's add this to a new tab called Roottree Rift. The release of 6 pieces was referred to the Roottree Rift. I guess I could include this in Roottree in 6 pieces. So, no standard, but the family was made aware. The verified legitimacy claims. Okay. Let's put that in there. Because it was caused by the 6 pieces. Second release was emailed to business newspapers 3 hours later and announced that after a vote... Okay. Ron Roottree would be taken over temporarily as interim president. It also went on to state that Ron was aware of the book, had verified claims within, and would leap into compensating Miss Madsen and her family immediately. The Company lawyers would be taking immediate steps with the family to revisit the Clancy Trust terms to make sure nothing like this could happen again. Alright. Create highlight. Where the book. So the company lawyers would be taking immediate steps. Quickly clear to business reporters and analysts that the time between the two press releases would not have been logistically sufficient to gather a majority of family, even using conference calls. This was reported on many news channels, and a third, much shorter press release came the next day, claimed that a draft of the announcement was made prematurely and that Clark Rafferty LaRue and Ron Roottrees would be taking over the company's first joint presidents. Also stated that any compensation plan would be based on a stringent verification process. Okay. Okay, let's add that. And then let's add that. First joint presidents, eh? Okay, now let's just look up Roottreemania. Following the announcement that a rapper going by 5 Ps was actually Roottree. Popular culture seemed to focus on the Roottrees family for a few weeks before everything felt oversaturated and society moved on. Was an excuse for everyday people to claim they're also Roottrees. Daytime talk shows had I'm a Secret Roottree episodes. Late night hosts and guests made jokes about other lost members of the family, and there was a widely shared website where you could fill in your own name to find out if you were a secret Roottree. When you submitted your name, it simply said no with an image of Clark Rafferty LaRue giving you the finger. I see. Roottreemania lasted only a few weeks, just long enough for 6 pieces to re-enter the charts and to trigger new printings of other Roottree-related media. This included Lauren's diaries, VHS releases of Gwen's old movies, as well as countless other unauthorized biographies, which mostly seemed to attempt to capitalize on the Roottrees sisters, Carl and Brenda. These re-releases were too late to successfully capitalize on or extend the craze. As a result, most of them were failures, and countless novelty t-shirts that had variations of I'm a Secret Roottree became immediately unfashionable, though some people still wear them unironically. Or ironically. Okay, I'm a Secret Roottree. Okay, nothing. Fill in your own name to find out if you were a secret Roottree. Am I a secret Roottree? No. No, okay. So that's why it says I'm a secret Roottree. That's why we have that t-shirt on there. I wanted the picture of Clark giving me the finger. Roottreemania lasted only a few weeks, just long enough. Lauren's diaries. No. VHS releases of Gwen's old movies, as well as countless other unauthorized biographies, which mostly seem to capitalize on the Roottree. Releases were too late to capitalize. Most of them were failures. Okay. So I don't think I'm getting much from this either. There's an older version of this page in the Time Travel Archive. Show older? According to a publisher's website, 6 pieces in the upcoming book by Sam Madsen. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. That is neat. The idea of being able to use like Wayback Machine to see different versions of these things is pretty neat. Any other ones like that? I don't think so. I think that's the first one I've seen. Yeah, and that's why it says update. Okay. Well then. Well then. Okay. Okay. I don't think I can fill anything else in right now. Like, we're getting there with some of these things, but... This is probably going to be a multiple stream thing, too. I don't think I'm finishing this today. obviously. So we'll still be waiting a little bit longer for another vote. Okay. Miracle goes somewhere. Miracle, you go somewhere, you little shit. Might be way back here. Like 49 or 21 would be Miracle. One of these, given your age. Okay. What else can I possibly search up here? Is there anything else I can search in news time? Miracle Roottrees? Yeah, an article from the issue with Miracle on the cover was added to your evidence. Can I search 6 pieces? No. So this is definitely Clark. Hey, Drawn Blood. This is like a... I'm trying to find out who all the people are on a family tree just by like looking up information about them online and piecing it all together. Basically, it's like a little detective game. Oh wait, I should look at this. The Miracle Farewell Tour. Miracle Farewell Tour. Let's try that. Yes, here we go. Miracle Senior is going on a new tour. In late 1999, the previous flyer for 3 generations of Miracles has been replaced. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a page on Miracle here. So, Miracle. All right. Be part of history. The oldest living Roottrees reprises and resells his incredible true story. Miracle Roottrees grew up as one of the famous 5 pieces, living a life of wealth and luxury, but fortune was nothing compared to the powerful force of the Almighty. Doctors determined he was destined to die young, but fate had different plans. Long and fruitful life, however, he's now in his 70s, and his age is beginning to make the road more difficult. So yeah. In this intimate evening, Miracle will reminisce about his famous history. He'll discuss his family's saints and sinners. Unique perspective on one of the most notable families in the United States today. Learn what originally drove him away from his fortune and into the arms of religion. Learn how his life has become more wealthy in spirit than it ever could have been from his inheritance. Yeah, I bet. Also lists the churches he will be appearing in and mentions that tickets can be purchased at their local services. Notably absent are any mentions about Miracle's news appearances. Older. On the website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Roottrees states, quite bare bones have the following blurred. Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle's Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that Dr. Story couldn't survive. Mother and father Elias and Gwen named Miracle. Okay, this is just talking about this. Okay, yeah, this is just talking about that thing. Okay. 3 generation of Miracles has been replaced. Can I search the oldest living Roottrees? No. Miracle's news appearances. Okay, this would also just direct me here. Okay, I don't have a ton to go off of here. But I need to get one more person on here. Like, I have you, I have you, I have you, and I have you. Possible infidelity 1. Like, I'm pretty sure Miracle. You're here. One of these. Because this is way too late. And Guy apparently just had a ton of them. 1949. You were the youngest born. This was 1908. Okay, couldn't be that. So it has to be this. This must be Miracle. This has to be Miracle. No? Unless I'm wrong about this. Is it saying what his job was at this point? Let me try searching up Guy. For a few years in the late 70s, has mostly faded into obscurity, except for the Fancy Flavors debacle. Guy Hudson. Okay, we definitely need to make a page about Guy. Guy Hudson. Okay. Yep. Okay. People that existed adjacent to the company in the 70s have come forward with stories about debauchery and swinger parties. Guy liked to throw huge holiday parties whenever he had an excuse, and often they got very out of hand. Like, this led to a bunch of people to speculate that the night he died in a car crash, he was drunk or impaired in some way, but the Butler County Police have released multiple statements and ample evidence that prove decisively that it was not foul play and that no party had taken place. Roottrees lawyers have been quick to threaten litigation to anyone who tries to disparage Guy or the company in public. Okay, so Butler County Police may have been paid. Okay, older? Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move. Okay. Attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted. A guy like those on wealth was often a source of inspiration for others and decided to tap into the idea that they had fancy flavors, anyone could live like the wealthy. Ew. Philosophy led to a flavor in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had any other year, except in some foreign markets. Quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor and would go back to normal. Ew. Ew. That's disgusting. That's so weird. Okay, so what if I search fancy flavors now? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, okay. Caviar as a flavor is like, ugh. What if I try searching your mother's name? Joanna Fellows. That's how I spell your name, right? That is how I spell your name. Okay. So I got a little bit more information about Guy. That apparently you went to quite a few parties and stuff. I need to find out about these parties. Let's see if there's anything in Butler County Times. Guy Hudson. This page hasn't been updated for at least 8 months and may now be irrelevant. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. News time? How about Guy Hudson with you? Okay, it just pulls up the 5 Ps thing again. And if I say miracle, nothing. Roottrees? Yeah, that was just that thing. Okay. Well, let's go look at our things and see what I'm missing here. News time miracle issue. There's one thing apparently I'm missing here. Charlatans and thieves. Seem the same. Wait, at the age of 71. Okay. Can I search Miracle Jr.? Okay. So nothing there. I mean, there's not a lot on this particular piece of evidence. News time 5 Ps issue. This rapper would be the next Sam Madsen. Ah. Zach Morton's secretary when he retired. Zach Morton, no. Finds anything guy, secretary. Said he was president. His parents divorced when he was 4. After his father learned of the affair, Felix and his mother then moved to Portland. Parents never came home. Jordan's been on heroin. Box. Letter from his father containing threats. Sellers, excess, Portland. 70s, confirmed she died of a drug overdose. Okay. So there's 2 things to follow up on here. Notable events, let's see. Anonymom. 6 pieces, the Roottrees Rift. Okay, let's search Clark. The new president of the Roottrees Corporation. This does not include Root, which appears to have its own new leadership. Should I make a note about Clark? Let's make a note about Clark. Clark. Alright. Root has its own leadership. It was announced that both Clark Lafferty and Ron would take over what's essentially a transitional period in the aftermath of 6 pieces. Okay, so Ron was only joint president for a week, or 2 weeks. You know already, many descriptions intend to focus on his advertising career, and his mother was Lauren. Few seem to touch on his complex and volatile marital history. Taking over, Clark has tried to remain out of the spotlight, but did have one notable foray into the public eye. He gained a lot of support when his first move was a statement in favor of accepting Sam and her family into the trust. Announced that the Clancy Trust would no longer be handled by anyone in the family, since due to their financial motivation, none of them would ever be impartial. Okay, create highlight. Alright. Okay, let's search Ron. President's during a Roottrees rift, but the next press release immediately reversed the announcement and instead said that Ron and Clark would take over. A few weeks later, Ron was dropped. Hundreds of results about this development, most articles are retelling it based on details. Some veer into heavy speculation based on an article about Ron in Business Watch. Okay, wait a minute. So now we need a note about Ron. Tree. Okay. Residence, but the next press release. Weeks later, heavy speculation. Yeah. Ron has also done some interviews saying that the truth of what went on behind the scenes is not something he wishes to discuss. Instead, he hopes to release a movie. 3 weeks ago, Ron's mother Gwen died in Paris, France. He and his brother Robbie have seemingly made amends. Oh, okay, yeah, this is these two. Ron and Robbie, yeah. They're Gwen's kids. Okay, well, I can find the article about you in Business Watch. Ron Roottree. What really happened with Roottree? Nobody from Roottree that they reached out to was willing to go on the record. Instead, the timeline of events has been constructed from public record, accidental lease, and a source on the inside. The only parts that are new to you are also the most vague parts, the ones supposedly confirmed by their anonymous source. Timeline says that the family actually held a preliminary vote after Carl Roottree died, but before the release of 6 pieces decided they wanted Ron to take over because of his experience running RR Productions, because he was well-known and respected Roottree. But Ron seemed way too eager and personally motivated. They were worried he would gut the Clancy Trust to remove Robbie. Family was notoriously unwilling to do anything that could risk their wealth. Okay. They stalled, and Ron became frustrated with the delay. When 6 pieces came out, he saw his chance to force action while the family was in the limelight and released the press release himself in an attempt to get the ball rolling faster. This caused chaos. They tried to save face by allowing Ron to take over as co-president. But according to Business Watch's source, Ron was impossible to deal with. He seemed like he was unwilling to protect the Clancy Trust, and they eventually let him go. After that, the role passed solely to Clark, who nobody was excited about, but seemed like the safest choice. Poor Clark. Okay. Interesting. Alright. We're done with that. So now we check out Anonymom, I think. Hey, Narik. Now we search up Anonymom. Show older. Yeah. Anonymom. Second highest profile case. Potential new Roottrees being added. Instead of claiming herself a Roottrees, she claimed she'd slept with Guy Hudson and that her daughter. Okay, let's make an Anonymom page. Anonymom. Okay. Daughter was a Roottrees. The accusation came during the height of Roottreemania and began with a brief TV interview. She appeared in the shadows with a disguised voice and promoted an article about herself in News Time. The TV interview and the article she referred to his daughter as Jane Doe Roottree. The name Monomon was not self-inflicted. It seemed to spring up organically because no one else knew how to refer to her. Okay, so we have a new article to follow up on. Day after the article, Sam Matson publicly supported Monomon due to some parts of the story she found particularly credible. The momentum from Sam's endorsement, Monomon went on a media blitz. Ultimately, this backfired as more details came out. People became skeptical of her story due to the extreme similarity of 5 pieces. Her accusation even included many of the same details. This included her job and the time period. After fumbling the 5-piece story so publicly, the Roottrees were more prepared to handle all clans of trust-related cases. Within a week, a DNA test proved that Anonom's daughter could not be related to the Roottrees. Announcement at a joint conference with lawyers representing both Anonom and the Roottrees provided accurate samples. Immediately after the negative results were released, many of those who had already been skeptical felt vindicated. Others who had built up hope that history could repeat itself felt duped. Many people suspected the whole affair had been a hoax to gain fame and money. Many demanded that Anonomon be held accountable, and some people even began to attempt to track down her true identity. Roottrees Company felt pressured to file a second statement to try to curb some of the backlash, even going so far as to say, though it's scientifically proven that Jane Doe Roottree is not a Roottrie, that doesn't mean that her and her guy Hudson were not in an affair. To make her reclaims the mid-affair side, yeah, please leave our family alone. Claimed that this high-profile anticlimax and public backlash was the beginning of the end of Roottreemania, since so much of the fun was the shared fascination about secret Roottrees. Others think that, like any fad, just ran its course. Regardless, this was the final notable event related to the release of 6 pieces and things went back to normal. Has already been eliminated a potential new Roottree by the company's lawyers, who are the ones verifying your work. Anonom's affair does not appear on your updated tree. Got it. Secret Roottrees? No. Okay. So she did appear in an article in News Time. So let's go to News Time. Anonomom. Here we go. Picture of her daughter Jane Doe Roottree. The first and only mention of the phrase Anonomom in News Time came the week after, when they issued an apology for featuring her in the first place. Summary has been added. Here we go again. And yeah, they specifically put those out so you can't, like, look at it. Or can't try to add it to your list. Not a Roottree. The article which did refer to that around the time here's a summary. Here, don't 5-piece claimed to be a member. She wished to remain anonymous, and both photos are obscured. The anonymous woman claimed to have had an affair with Guy Hudson. She was working as his secretary. She and another woman were hired at the same time during a transition period. Many of the secretaries that worked under Zach were already gone. She says that she and the other woman were both underqualified, as neither had typewriter experience. Guy had his own requirements for hiring women. Okay. Guy Hudson liked to throw lavish parties, and the longer he was president, the more excuses he found. Anonymous woman posits these parties mostly seemed to be an excuse to have after parties at Guy's home, featuring much more alcohol and other substances. James just slept with him at one or more of these parties. She confronted Guy. Found out he was pregnant. Hey, Oodles, thanks for the raid. Hope your stream was fun. Hope you enjoyed your Hello Kitty time. Hope you enjoyed what Sage went into your chat and said. I am currently trying to find out about infidelities and dealing with rich people having swinger parties and doing a bunch of drugs. So very, very different from Hello Kitty. Extremely different, I would say. Yup, swingers. I don't know, we had pineapples, so... Oh, you had pineapples! Congratulations! Were they upside down? You have a command now? What is your command? Is it fired? Is it the fired command? Because I have that one too, I think. I think I deserve that one. Sam just slept with him at one of those parties. She confronted Guy when she found out she was pregnant. Guy didn't seem phased, and they came to an arrangement. He paid her a significant amount of hush money on a recurring basis under the table. She used it to move away and start a new life. No, it's, well, you see, Oodles, says Cliff. Hello Kitty was actually invented by the way to solve a big problem. You see, they need a mascot to communicate with extraterrestrial life, and they figured out that the mouthless cat would be universal. Turns out the aliens loved her so much they marketed her worldwide. What? 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 I was drawing. What did I miss? Oh, we got a raid. We got a raid from a friend. That's it. But we found out that Guy Hudson, the reason he has had 5 infidelities that have led to other kids is because he constantly liked to throw swinger parties at his house and do drugs. That's the Hello Kitty lore. He just picks you up and tells you BS the whole trip. Okay, when Guy died, the money stopped coming and she assumed things had run their course. She went back to work at the department store, hoped that nobody would look too closely at how she paid for her house. She told everyone that her daughter's father walked out one day and never came back. She claimed that after seeing the fantastic article in News Times, she realized that she wasn't the only one this happened to. Well, she never worked at the Roottrees company at the same time as Five Pieces' mother, Joanna. Their stories seemed very similar and she knew Joanna was telling the truth. No tangible evidence of the anonymous time at Roottrees, and all the payments were allegedly made in cash. Using details she provided to News Time, the reporters were able to reach out to the other woman, who also remained anonymous. They both fact-checked the timeline of both women and confirmed the existence of the infamous after-parties. Five Pieces' case was strengthened, and a news story was subsequently published. Okay, so yes, big horny after-parties absolutely happened. Also, hey Bugs. Okay. Yeah, look at how many infidelities Guy had. Look at this. Look at all these. First affair, final affair. If you see that in like a spider chart, you know you got problems. Like, my God. Also, Miracle did an article saying like, Edward Clancy was sinning because he was having sex with a man. Meanwhile, Miracle, you were out doing an infidelity. I know you are, and you want to know how I know? Because if I change this right here, you see, we have a picture of Miracle. We have another picture of Miracle. Where do we put the picture of Miracle? Oh, you say, oh, you see, like Clark here has a new picture added that we can add. So maybe Miracle does too. No, Miracle does not have a new picture to add, and that's because Miracle did a heckin' infidelity over here. You little old shit. Tired of you. 4 generations of rich people, only 2 hidden children was suspicious. Exactly. All right. What else do we need? So Anonymom didn't give us much. Am I okay? I'm never okay, Oodles. Let's get that straight. Never. Meanwhile, you were out doing an infidelity. Thank you. Yeah, we know the rapper's father for sure. It mentioned it. It said he was born to Joanna and Riley Fellows. Traveling preacher dudes were suspect as fuck. Yeah. I'm doing the always sunny conspiracy board meme. No, that's not what I'm doing. But oh my God, Guy. Cool it. I do need to fill in someone else. I need more affairs. I need to find out about more of these affairs. So I'm out of things on here. Oh wait, I should just look this up. Jane Doe Roottree. Ow. You don't need more affairs? That's immoral. Raxby, go to sleep. You can't add that. You can't add that. No. Quit it. That's a terrible quote. You're like maybe a cup of coffee away from sounding like Charlie Day. It's because I couldn't drink my energy drink because it tastes funny today. They're here lurking to catch your crimes. They always are. They always are. Bless you for thinking I'm in bed. I didn't believe for a second. Okay. Maybe I can search Sam. There we go. You slept too many hours, so now I won't sleep for a long time. I feel you there. I'm basically the same way. I napped again before stream. So, and I had a little bit of that energy drink at the start of stream. You know what? I'm gonna try a little extra sip of this. It tasted funny before. Maybe it's better now. It's actually a little bit better now. Raxby doing you dirty. First the Goofy quote in Leafy stream, and now they got you on this. Yeah. Yeah. No, Raxby is a cold-blooded quote killer. It says Leafy stream, but the Roottrees are dead. That's funny, because it has to add the category. I would do myself dirty. I'm just joking. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Perhaps assisted by the still relatively recent plane crash. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try this. Boom. Boom, boom. Public library. Sam Madsen. Nailed it. Imagine someone trying to figure out the context with this game. Oh yeah. No, it's hilarious. I never thought about what time it is for you. I'm only thinking about this because you're talking about coffee. Yeah, it's currently 11:17 p.m. for me. Yeah, EST specifically. So, I'm in the US, in North Carolina, unfortunately. Quasi's the Carolina. I'm the entire Carolina? Wow, I suck. Sam Madsen's book was released earlier this year and details the truth about Elias Roottree, as well as Sam's father's Edward and Roottrees. You help verify her story. That said, Sam has some sections on other family secrets and rumors. Much of it didn't matter to the primary purpose of the book, and some of it is news to you and may be important to your new search. These sections have been added to your notes. Crazy that it's that late for you. It's only 5 a.m. in the morning here. Yeah, exactly. Raxby just woke up, you know, because they enjoy waking up early, and getting a nice swell start on the day. Okay. Sam Madsen's book. Sam Madsen's book. 6 pieces. Oh, and you put the picture. You put the picture. Gotta head to bed. Hope you have a good stream, Quasi. Later, Binary. Hope your programming went well. A few different passages about our own history with the company. and the rumors and gossip she collected during that tenure. She ran the farm for a period after the death of Elias. Rumors coincide with the reign who took over as president. Sam was not a fan of Guy. Open secret within the family that Guy was very much not a fan of remaining faithful to his wife Patricia. Many of their hires at the time were young single women, and Guy often spent a lavish amount of money on private parties. Guy, you piece of shit. Yeah, on my scene it just says KKK. The number in the magnifying glass means, that's, how many clues are left in this particular piece. And the clues can be anything from something straight up on the page, like a picture, or it can be like, oh, there's a specific phrase or word that you need to search online, and it's listed here somewhere. 20 years ago, and Sam warns that most of it is hearsay. One of Son's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. Guy, you dog. According to Elizabeth, a caterer from a local restaurant called Antonelli's met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to a pregnancy. Elizabeth wasn't aware that the party was for swingers. Oh no, Elizabeth, that was a terrible, terrible mistake to make. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners. That's a terrible mistake to make. Guy's main positive contribution to the company involved expanding to markets previously untapped by Roottrees. Absolutely unsurprised that Sam was on to Guy. Yeah, no, Sam seems great. Oh no, yeah, no, just imagine thinking you're going to a party and there's gonna be a punch bowl and stuff. Instead, somebody's getting railed on the couch in front of you. Awful. Guy's main contribution to the company involved expanding to markets previously untapped by Roottrees. However, when he went on trips overseas, they were often for weeks at a time, and Guy was known for spending more time and money on unofficial business than meetings with distributors and manufacturers. It was said that he bribed at least one politician to open a factory in Brazil. Often for weeks. Okay, okay. Also a section where Sam speculates that Elias may have also cheated on Gwyneth. Oh, Elias. Oh, Elias, you little shit. You're the one from 1921. You're the one from 1921, Elias. Okay. Gwyneth was always much kinder to Sam than Elias was, and was the first to invite Sam to family events. Okay, Gwyneth seems cool. Also, Sam was raised by two secret gay men who probably taught her a shit ton about how untrustworthy dudes could be. Probably. Oh yeah, the caviar-flavored candy for the poor so that they could feel rich. Yeah, no, I'll pull it up. It's over in Guy's notes, I think. Roottrees are dead. Where the pee-pee been? Yeah, I mean that's what family trees are all about, you know, if you think about it. You could just call family trees where the pee-pee been, if you really want to consolidate it. While she has no hard evidence, Sam always got the impression that Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias into allowing Sam back into the family using some sort of leverage, instead of it being a natural course of events. She mentioned that Elias and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue, sometimes about another woman. Sam also says her son Ernie once asked her, "Who's Beth?" Only about someone with that name. Elias once had a secretary named Elizabeth. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're good. We're good. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, here you go, Bugs. Guy Hudson. Fancy Flavors. Fancy Flavors is an addition. It was Guy Hudson's first and most cited move as president. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often the source of envy, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavors, anyone could live like the wealthy. And so he made caviar. 5 pieces. Which I would like to remind you that the 5 pieces candy is maple flavored. Maple. They own a maple farm. So this is a maple and caviar flavored candy. That's why caviar is their C name. That's why I kept that note, not only because it was funny, but also that may be important. Also a bajillion other flavors? Just 5. Egg cream is a weird one. Okay, so this is Elias's. This is Elias, you shithead. Boom. And Elizabeth. I like how they let you put in the first name, but not the last name now. That's good shit. You were the first president, and now I just need a picture of Elias. And then, yeah, this was Miracle. So it's Elias, Miracle, and then I have more stuff about Guy's potential second bullshit. Okay. Many of the hires at the time were young single women and guys spending a lot of money. Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked at one of Guy's secretaries. Caterer from a local restaurant called Antonelli's met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to a pregnancy. Elizabeth wasn't aware the party was for swingers. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners. So I don't know which one this is the problem. Okay, let's try searching Antonelli. Large number of Antonelli's restaurants, not because it's a chain, but because it seems to be a common name for Italian restaurants. You may need to use a more local resource if you're looking to... Aha! Butler County. Italian restaurant. It has been in Butler County times twice. The most recent time was when it closed. 1992, the owner, Rochelle Zimmer, sold the land the building was on. At the time of the article, she was unsure if the restaurant would move to a new location or if she would retire. This is going to go in Guy's section. Many years before that, there's a puff piece from Valentine's Day 1978 that asked recently married residents of Butler County how they met. Christine Garland responded. She and her husband Steve, who was a chef at Antonelli's, met years ago when she delivered produce from her mother's farm. Steve used to work extra hours just to be there during her deliveries. Although they grew apart when the restaurant switched suppliers, they reconnected by chance and eloped. Now she has a bun in the oven, and they're both working as much as they can. She's a secretary, went back delivering produce, trying to save up money to move to Boston. Okay. Okay. We've got some stuff. So, Christine Garland, I'm guessing, is one of these. And she's also the only one that is married. So, I'm guessing this is Christine. Okay. I'm guessing this is Christine. Alright, Christine. Christine Garland. And then, Steve? Steven? I don't know your last name. And she is a secretary. I need some pictures of these swinger parties. That's what I really need. I need some of those pictures. Can you imagine how many pictures would be in a swinger party picture? How many faces I could get? Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of making progress in places. I just need to get this first one locked in. This is the hardest. Quasi, no need for swinger picks. Hey, Gondola. This has been a wholesome stream so far. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the wholesome vibes. Okay, can I get anything else out of Sam's? Sometimes secretary named Elizabeth, a different Elizabeth than the supervisor from the farm, but she never met her. Damn it, Raxby. Okay. I need to look up... No, I can't look up Elizabeth. Wait, what if I look up the Anderson farm now? Yes! Oh no, it hasn't been updated in 8 months. No! Damn it. I thought I was maybe onto something. No! Why did I give Bugs and Raspy the ability to add quotes? Oh my god. It's fine. We'll clean up our image. We'll clean up our image at another point. It's fine. We'll get there. Ooh, by the way, wait. Root. Small memorial section to deceased members of the family contains no new information. The most recent catalog had an entirely black cover with no text. On the leadership page, you learn that Root is currently managed by the designer who's apparently Brenda White's second in command. You don't recognize their names, but she seems unrelated. There's also a scholarship page about the Roottrees Sisters Fashion Scholarship. Is awarded 3 underprivileged high school girls each year who wish to pursue a career in fashion. Also gives them an opportunity to show off their designs on professional models on a real runway. According to the site, the fund was created directly from shares that would have contributed to the inheritance of the Roottrees Sisters if they were still alive. Like other aspects, it's managed by Ruby Legal Enterprises. Ruby Legal Enterprises is the name of the law firm that has been hired by the Roottree Candy Company. The company is named after its head lawyer, Ruby Spratt. Yeah, that's future Quasi's problem. Yeah, no, I'll fix it. It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, out of the quotes on my list, what I really need is some of the pictures from those swinger parties. That's like, that's low lewd. That's at the bottom, you know? We can go further beyond. Can't find much about the company from before this year, though all their articles tell the same tale. After the fiasco of 6 Pieces and the revelation that the Roottrees' internal law group was complicit in such a cover-up, they hired outside counsel. Okay. The Ruby Illegal Enterprise Group now seems to have ties to multiple aspects of the Roottree Corporation, including the Candy Company and Root. Recently in the news, due to a high-profile lawsuit they raised against Cicely Sanchez. Search? Author for... Oh my god. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, we stumbled on something. I'm really not hurting the scandals here, you know. that quote from Rain World is funny. Cicely Sanchez is an author best known for Portrait of a Changed Man. Okay, you know what? We need to go back. So there's nothing else. So I can look up Ruby Sprat too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, remind me to go back to that. An author best known for her portrait. Yeah, her follow-up Foreign Gospel did not perform well, but still sold quite respectably. Written a few more books, including a biography of Van Gogh and her first to her claim to fame. According to a site about authors, Cicely is known for a non-fiction with a focus on exploring darkness in the human psyche. Recently, Cicely appeared in a magazine called Picotti with an article about a book she had commissioned to write for Guy Hudson. The magazine and Cicely herself were immediately issued a cease and desist due to its inclusion of pictures she never had the rights to publish. The issue was pulled from store shelves, making it an instant collector's item. Damn it, no! That's not what I need! Magazine. You bastard. As a publication, as far as you can tell, has no consistent theme. It tends to contain tabloid-esque articles that appeal to a wider variety of audiences, and appears in many grocery stores near the checkout line. Unlike traditional tabloids, it doesn't typically feature celebrities. Instead, it tends to latch onto and create sensationalist headlines about whatever subject appears to be popular at any given time. In recent years, this has included Beanie Babies, Magic Eye images, and even a Red Bull. Ah, Beanie Babies. It's often come under fire for printing fiction along with facts, because he gets around by stating in every issue that all of its articles are all the hearsay that fits the print. Reading an article about Cicely, an author, she claims to have written an unread book about Guy. The article was not even the main focus of the issue, yet the magazine was threatened legally. That particular issue, the Big Sass Sea Brass issue, was pulled from the shelves. It's now become a collector's item. $1,000. Okay, so this needs to get added to you here. This seems like an important, yeah, thing going on here. Okay. Okay. So back. No. Back to Cicely. Okay. Here in the okay, let's look this up first, then we'll look up your things. So... Oh, come on! What was the name of the article? Wait, maybe I have to search your whole name. Okay. Issue that focused on a talking toy fish and the demonic messages it supposedly sent as the batteries ran low. Oh god. You had an article about a canceled book by Cicely Sanchez. The book's subject was Guy Hudson, and the issue was said to contain pictures that Cicely did not have the rights to publish. Because of the pictures, the issue was pulled from store shelves, making it the subject of some conspiracies and an instant collector's item. Version of those archives is incomplete. Okay. That's good. Best known for a portrait of a changed man. Gonna copy this. Post this here. Okay, out of print. What if everything you stand for, everything you know to be true today could disappear in an instant? All of your politics, relationships gone in a blink of an eye. Would you still be you? Cicely Sanchez tells this powerful true story about a man who woke up after being saved from drowning in his backyard pool and became an entirely different person. Included in interviews from those who knew him best before, as well as a one-on-one chat that paints an entirely different picture. You won't be able to put it down wondering, what if it were me? Okay. That's not useful. Foreign Gospel. Tells the story of a man from a Catholic church who claimed he was told by God that he should travel to Thailand and begin to preach, specifically with the goal to convert 10,000 people. He returned to the United States after just 2 years, claiming to have succeeded. This book tells his version of the story, but the author also traveled to Thailand to investigate these claims and talk with some of the so-called converted. Okay, none of this was useful. None of this was useful. Okay, so let's go back to Ruby. It's relatively elusive. The most complete source of information you can find from before her time with the Roottrees is from the website for a magazine owned by a major airline. She's subject to one article about a recurring series about modern-day success stories. Grew up in foster care but excelled at school and earned a scholarship. Okay, maybe I should make a page about Ruby. I know I'm making a lot of pages, but... hope you don't mind the nickname because I'm too lazy to write your full name. Yeah, most people just write Quasi, but yeah, I mean, I don't care. Call me whatever. Oh no, yeah, I mean, that was ruined by them. Could leave a company, yeah, We refused from a website or magazine and by a major airline. We excelled at school, and She graduated top of her legal class and was quickly hired as a lawyer. Create highlight. Create highlight. Few high-profile corporate-involved cases she was a part of. One was a legal consultant for a class action lawsuit against the manufacturer of steering wheel colors. The gas station. Ooh. Bet on the price of gas. New firm a double threat. Her company services are cross between a traditional lawyer and a PR manager. So I didn't get a ton from that, admittedly. Unless Guy is also banging Ruby. In which case, that'll be a new thing for me to find out about. Basilbum? Could this popular gift be filling homes with satanic messages? Basilbum is phenomenal. This is great. This is wonderful. I want one too. The story concerned an unreleased book she had written about Guy Hudson. Seems that it used photos of Guy that circulated on and rights to publish. Unfortunately, the magazine was issued a cease and desist. Pulled from shelves, and the version you found in a periodical search had the relevant pages removed, rendering this magazine useless. Unless you want to read about a potentially demonic fish toy. Masselbub? I'll take it. Apparently has 8 things. Gotta be Leafy's patron, it's a fish. Yeah. And Leafy gives Beelzebub vibes. You know? Addicted to gambling, likes fishing. You know. So how does this link to 8 things? I'm guessing because it gives me the magazine. Okay, I'm gonna search for some things. I'm gonna search for some things in the magazine. Latches on the popular culture. So let's try Miracle Roottree. Roottreemania. Anonymom? Not afraid to expose details that other publications would shy away from, though when it comes to Anonymom and Jane Doe, they were a little late to the punch. Not that the announcement that Jane Doe exposed personal details about the story of Anonymom under the headline, Anonymom the Anonicon. Said Anonymom worked as a manager at a department store in North Carolina, and her daughter's name was Courtney May. We found Anonymom details. Also said the woman vouched for a famous cover story. They didn't identify news time, perhaps to avoid being sued. Said the woman who vouched for her famous cover story is named Corinne S. Ooh, that's important. Mono and Corinne were in it together and even speculates that they might have been lovers. Ooh. Haggerty is not a credible publication. Their timing was poor and their information wasn't particularly actionable, but at the time this article was published, few people seemed to notice or care. Can I mention something about one of the pictures that's probably irrelevant? Yeah, sure, go for it. If it turns out to be relevant and you basically reveal the secret ending of the game to me by pointing out this thing, I'll just ban Bugs for her crimes of telling me puzzle solutions and Cryptomancer. Oh yeah, I noticed the reflection in Miracle's glasses. I think it's just... Yeah, it's just 5-piece. Cause he's like supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like him reflecting on the 5-piece thing. Cause if you look here, it's just 5-piece. Cause I tried to click it as soon as I saw. You do deserve that, yeah. Okay, so there was nothing in this garbage about Anonymom. How about let's look up some of our other things, like notable events. What else do we got? 6 pieces? Let's look that up in there. Nothing relevant. Clark Rafferty LaRue. Let's search Clark in here. Nothing. Roottreemania. Nothing. Rootree Rift. Anonymom, 5-piece. I could search 5-piece. I don't think I'm gonna get much out of this, but... Okay. And the only other one is Rootree Rift I could search. I started a stream and I still don't understand what's happening. Yeah, I mentioned that the rainbow tie was surprising too, Bugs. I'm fine being background noise duty. Background noise duty is what most people use me for. But yeah, you're basically catching like... If this game had DLC, this would be the DLC. Effectively. But I'm absolutely happy with lurkers. Yeah, he would blame the gays for stealing the rainbow. That's the joke I made, Bugs. He'd be like, "Ah, the gays stole the rainbow. I have to get rid of my tie." Okay, so if I can't search any of them, can I search 5-piece in news time? Oh wait, no, not news time. Starlet? Defunct tabloid. Nothing relevant. Teen Blast? Hey! 5-piece is popular and attractive enough that even though his music is not targeted towards teen girls, they seem to be paying attention. While he hasn't done any interviews in the magazine, they listed him among the hunky hotties for the past few months with small bios that tell you various facts. It includes his real name, David, his birthday, his star sign, and where he grew up. Okay, here you go, 5-piece. You can have this added. Letter to the editor also claims it's not possible that he was born in 1977, as he claimed on a song called 17 magazine that he turned 17 in 1992. Reached out to his agent to ask about the song and told it wasn't performed by 5-piece and that they shouldn't print rumors. 17 magazine? I'm just afraid to say it is the title of an unreleased and controversial song. Oh my god, we're finding his stuff. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of Portland because of 5-piece. Yeah, this was originally a free game. And then they, like, made it way more detailed and added in a bunch of art and stuff. Yeah, no, that is nice that they pivoted. And they even like one of the things I mentioned is really cool is they got versions of all the songs made, and they even like show you the artist and say, hey, visit the artist's site, which is super, super cool. So props for that. There are mentions of it on a few sites claiming that it was on the first release. His first mixtape was removed. There's audio visual evidence. Independent accounts from people who have claimed to have heard it, they do generally line up. According to their recollection, it has about many different loosely connected occurrences to number 17. Fashion show for a teenage magazine with a similar name to the song title? Teenage magazine. Oh. Person doing the violence was apparently trying to beat Dahmer's high score. The major acts of gun violence in schools earlier this year and subsequent backlash against violent music and video games. It is generally considered in very poor taste to bring it up. Most of the people that enjoy mentioning it online are either trolls trying to shock people or come from the morbidly curious corners of the internet. I'm at the graveyard and I see you? Why are you there? Oh, you know, I get around. Should definitely add some of this music to your pre-stream rotation. Because they're great. I should. I'll look to see if I can find some of them. Okay. So this gave me like nothing new. Yeah, that doesn't really give me much. I thought that might have given me something, but... Okay. Okay. I, am now lost again. We still haven't locked anyone in, by the way. Still not a single lock-in. Which is rough. I can't put you down as a rapper. Which sucks. So, I'm thinking that's right. I'm thinking that's right. Real name is David. Yep. Yep, all that's correct. Joanna, that's correct. These two I know are right. I'm pretty sure Guy is right. So I just need a fourth one somewhere. I thought Miracle was right. But apparently he's not. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? So Ruby. I did get some names of some of those. I'm trying to just like review. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I need. This is something I need to follow up on. 1 point. Wikipedia ran an article. And when you press the button and speak into... Oh, okay, this is just talking about Big Sass Seabass. It mimics your voice and then insults you. Many people consider it a ripoff of a more popular wall-mounted communication-based fish decoration, but the packaging makes it clear this one does not sing. Instead, what the advertisements say set Big Sass Seabass apart from its competitors is a sardonic and sarcastic wit that will leave you reeling with laughter. It's oceans of fun for the whole family. You'll be hooked on this big sassy bass. The words reeling, oceans, and hooked are conveniently bolded to make sure you recognize how clever the copywriter was. Recently, it appeared on the cover of Piketty magazine in the same issue that a Roottree-related incident appeared. That issue was removed from stores after the Roottrees sued the magazine. The issue has become a collector's item and ripe for conspiracy theories about what the Roottrees are trying to keep. So... Roottrees v... Hikety? What if I tried searching that? Roottree versus Hikety. Nothing. Because there was a court case we could search before. Okay. So that was nothing. I want to go back to Sicily. How do I... I need this because it has pictures that I need. Yeah, it says it was being sold online, but it says it was like for thousands of dollars. So I'm not sure. If I could like find the name of the book. Because I think I definitely need to find that. But the question is how? Okay, so let's go back and look at this. Other guys, the magazine was pulled from the shelves. Page useless unless you wanted to read about that. So I need the name of the actual book. Yeah, Basilbub is what I was talking about earlier. It's hilarious. As a search? Well, I think the problem with searching Basilbub, I mean, I'm sure something will come up, but, no, nothing came up. It's just what that magazine's about, that issue. The thing about Sicily is just a, edition. This is definitely important. I mean, it would not be in Team Blast. Or this. Or this. Yeah, I need those. I need those. Maybe I go down the miracle route again? Possibly. No. There was nothing here. There was nothing here. Nothing there. Ruby Sprat. Ruby Legal Enterprises. Okay, wait. Ruby Legal Enterprises v. Cicely Sanchez? No. Recently in the news due to a high-profile lawsuit they raised against Cicely Sanchez. I do like Cicely Sanchez lawsuit? I'm adding this to Cicely's page, though. Create a highlight. Pain. Because I'm pretty sure Clark will come in and give me some extra resources if I can just clean up a little bit of this. Let's try searching Patricia. Patricia Hudson. What was her, like, name up here? Patricia Jones. Okay, nothing. She did have a maiden name. That was Jones. There's also a section where Sam speculates that Elias may have cheated on Gwyneth. She had no hard evidence. Sam was got the impression that Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias into allowing Sam back into the family using some kind of leverage. Yeah, this is all important. She mentioned that Elias and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue. Says her son Ernie once asked her, "Who's Beth?" when he overheard them yelling about someone with that name. I need some more stuff about Elias and, like, yeah, this is 8 months old. Beth! No, not finding anything with that. I don't think I had another case name, no. Was this anything? Can I search this? No, that just gives me that. And then, yeah, this led me down the Ruby Legal Enterprises hole. Website used to initially place is still up. The cheery pink background protest is more traditionally black. Let's turn the site into a memorial. It seems like she did end up getting her ears pierced like Rose. Regardless, there's no relevant information. Just a picture of the girls with a sad MIDI piano playing. Yeah, okay. Brenda White is, yeah, this is just Clark's wife. So yeah, it's not updated. one of Clark's wives, I think. No, Carl's wife, not Clark. Okay, let's try searching Rochelle Zimmer. Getting people's wives mistaken as... That's true, that is how that happens. Wait, did I ever search Christine Garland? So wait, I already have Christine filled in, don't I? She's the one I put down here? Yeah, Christine. I need these pictures of the sex parties. I need these pictures of the sex parties. Yeah, I'm gonna check their names here. Okay. Rochelle and Mark. This is going to go in the guy page. Yeah, sure. Rochelle owned Antonelli's and Mark owned a local bookstore called Bookmarks when he was sued by Steve Garland. Okay, wait, 1 second. Let's look up Bookmarks. In the Butler County Times, all of them in the form of advertisements. None of it seems relevant. The Lauren Roottrees did do a book signing in 1970. Okay, sued by Steve Garland. So, copy. Nope. And I know it said versus before. It wasn't the. So I know I'm typing that in right. There's not a syntax issue there. Okay, back up here. The Zimmers. Steve Garland. Nothing relevant, Steve Garland. Bookmarks. Okay. Yeah, we can spider search Bookmarks. Yeah, I didn't think it would come up since it said it was a local one, but it's good to try. What if I just search Mark Zimmer? What if I search Steve Garland? Ah, here we go. Steve has 3 articles that mention him. The first was an article about how he met his wife Christine when he worked at Antonelli's. Okay. Months later, a listing for his weekend cooking classes, Gourmet for the Groovy. The blurb mentions that he's been giving lessons from his home kitchen for the last month so he can keep an eye on his son. Third is from 1991 is titled Local Author Sued by Former Butler County Resident. Seems the local author by the name of Mark Zimmer, sued by Garland after his own sells and promoting his kitchen tales on television. His recipe book was particularly plagiarized from the recipes that Steve Garland would give his students during his cooking lessons. Although recipes are hard to copyright, Garland accompanied each recipe with a short fiction about how he learned it. These usually doubled as a way to remember certain ingredients. Garland's bean salad, for example, involved making a trade with a gnome for some magic beans. Apparently these stories were found word for word in Zimmer's cookbook, in addition to additional stories that followed the same formats. Promoting his book, Kitchen Tales. Okay, so let's search this, but also look it up. Here we go. Story-based recipe book credited to Mark Zimmer that had some of his success. It was featured on a morning talk show. Book released before the internet was widespread, so mentions are rare. One book collector states that the publishers are unprepared for the demand and there was no second printing. Find an alternative medicine website which focuses on cooking with natural ingredients. It mentions that one of Kitchen Tale's recipes is salt water. The owner of the site has included a cyano recipe, which is added. She says, if you switch out the salt water recipe for a mix of 2/3 spring water and 1/3 filtered seawater, it tastes great. Okay, so now I need to search Kitchen Tales here. Mark Zimmer. Re-released as Garnishing the Truth. Cookbook credited to Garland and Zimmer. Okay. It was quite successful after Duo appeared to promote it on a daytime talk show. There have been multiple printing since. According to a book review, the recipes are accompanied by stories that help the reader remember the ingredients. The reviewer says it's perfect for learning to cook with the entire family. Garnishing the Truth by Mark and the other one? Can I not? I can't put in two authors. Steve Garland and Mark Zimmer. This is not how you would do this. Okay. The introduction to this book is a series of acknowledgements from Steve. The first is, Christine, thank you for everything. Your support means the world to me. You're the apple of my pie. The second is to James and Robert. You're becoming amazing men and incredible chefs. I also Mark Zimmer. With my storytelling approach to recipes could be possible. Without you, this book wouldn't exist. First met Steve in 1978 when he taught a cooking class. First time I saw him over a decade later and he was suing me for stealing his recipes. Yes, really. Wonder what I am doing within this introduction. Well, it turns out that Steve and I have more in common than we thought. Instead of settling in court, we settled it at McCarran's Brew House over a game of darts. By the end of the game, he and I agreed we'd rather make a ton of money together and spend a ton of money on lawyers. It's pretty rare to meet your best friend so late in life, so I decided to retire to Boston just so we could hang out. Browsing this book in a bookstore, please buy our book. We need more money for when the free beer runs run out and the bookstore could probably use the sale. Okay. Okay, that's important. I'm actually going to make a new page for Zimmers. The Zimmers. Okay. And let's move a bunch of these notes over here. Reorder. So you go here. You go here. You go here. You go here. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, I think that's good. Here we go. The Plated Loaf. Kitchen Tales is a book that combines recipes and stories, mild popularity. Found a scan of one story on a website that demonstrates how to bake the plated loaf. For years, two bakers, Flora and Yates, flirted. Grew their relationship, compared recipes, and combined knowledge. She loved his salt and pepper beard. He adored her rosemary cheeks. They thought sweetly about one another, but he one day whisked away, conscripted to bake the army's bread. Oil of the lamp floor's tears began to salt her bread. Recipe asked the reader to combine... Okay. This feels important. 10-12 years later, they met again, seemingly by fate. Flora's unique dough had earned her a position as the king's personal baker. Yates had found success as well. He baked for the kingdom's 45 diplomats. One day they returned from the Dutch Isles with a gift. Ah, the Dutch Isles! 450 unbaked loaves. They were sent to a palace bakery. Okay. Upon seeing Yates, Flora was both delighted and distraught. She felt as if she was torn in two. She had not been made aware of the gift and had already prepared buns for the palace ovens. She wished to greet Yates warmly, but was struck by fears that he'd be unable to bake with her. She'd face retribution for being unprepared. She cried to Yates, adding more salt. Yates eased her pain. He insisted she had no obligation to prepare for a return she thought impossible, but he showed her fear. He knew if they did not solve her predicament, they'd miss the final chance to bake together. In the end, instead of wallowing in the present, they worked together to shape the future. Twisted and entwined their doughs and baked them as one. Thus was born the plated loaf. Quickly spread of this noodle light, the king's decree on a royal parchment was that it would be considered a delicacy. Bankrolled by the king, Flora and Yates spent their days baking together. They traveled for 45 years, settled down for 15 more. Okay, this feels important. Oh god, I need to reorder you though, because this is part of the Zimmer stuff. Okay. It didn't say you two separated. Was this a throuple that was happening? Am I getting this wrong with Steven and Christine and this was actually a throuple? Like there was infidelity but they didn't care? I don't know. My god, there's a lot going on here. Okay. Okay. We have Steven's full name? Yeah, we have Steven's full name. Steven, oh wait, this is Christine though, right? Is this the same Steven? I don't know if that's the same Steven. 'Cause Elizabeth had a daughter. Made their hires at the same time. Fancy flavors. I don't know if that's the same Steven. Admittedly. It could be. But I'm not positive. I'll fill it in. But I'm truly not sure. I guess it's... Your name would have to be... No, it can't be Garland. Wait, what was the name listed here? Steve Garland, yeah. Steve Garland and his wife Christine. That doesn't make sense, though. Because it's supposed to go by maiden name. Why would she have the same name as him before they were even married? Unless... It says she worked as a secretary after they were married. It always says to include the maiden name for women, though. But maybe it is different here? Regardless, I still don't have a picture of her. Garland Farms? Garland Farm. Nope. We do have a little bit about Ron too, but I was hoping to find. Let me look here. Gentile Steve. Yeah, gourmet for the groovy. No, not spider search. I wanted to look that up in the periodicals. No. I need more pictures. I've got like a lot of stuff. It's just hard to piece it together right now. Like I've got a ton of notes, but and I feel like Ron was dropped potentially because it found out Ron was doing an infidelity too. And that's why you were dropped. But it did say Ron was dropped because they were worried that he was going to take Robbie out of the Clancy Trust. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff about Ron here, but God, look at how far Elias's goes. Jesus. This is hard. This is hard. Who knew finding out so many infidelities would be so difficult? It's also just rough because they do still require that you get 4. But yeah. What happens if I search Edward Clancy? About here. Nothing. Let's see if we can find this. I wish I could find this because Clark is definitely in this. Like, Clark is definitely in that. Maybe Business Watch? It's large scale businesses though. So it would probably just be like Root and stuff. Lark. Rafferty. Here we go. as well as Ruby Sprat, were featured in Business Watch after the company took over as keepers of the Claims to Trust. That involves both interviews. Okay, here we go. Here's something. Actually approached the Roottrees sometimes in late March after the Roottree Rift. An accomplished but relatively low-profile lawyer, she offered to work for very little money as long as she'd be public face. Family quickly jumped on this chance, as many members often attempted to spend as little as possible. But looking over the Clancy Trust more carefully than anyone had in years, Ruby came to the conclusion that Clancy Edwards' Roottree implementation was not legally sound, and that there would be constant legal challenges without some modifications. Family decided to put her in charge, both legally and as a public face, to prevent further issues. Okay. Yeah, so this needs to be added to Ruby. They're giving Ruby a lot of power here. First move as a sort of trial run before she was even hired permanently was to help him draft a public statement accepting Sam. Doing quite well. Ruby Legal is now in charge of many financial aspects, including verifying any claims of trust and organizing very charitable causes. Yeah, so we know about that. Elias Roottree, we already know about. It hasn't been updated in 8 months. Like, how am I going to find info about Elias, specifically? That I didn't already know before? Roottree Rift. Nothing. 5 piece? What if we look at Miracle in Business Watch? Miracle, Roottree. Nothing relevant. Just I've already tried that, but I haven't tried it by like that different name, just Ruby Legal. That's different than the other one I did. Yeah, okay, it's just, it leads to the same page. I did Ruby Legal Enterprises. Ruby Legal versus Cecily Sanchez. Ah. In the magazines, let's try searching Ruby Legal. Business Watch, Butler County Times, Not Modern Music, News Time, oh, it's definitely not going to be in Team Blast. I'm like so close to so many, like getting at least one lock-in, and that's all I want. If I can just get one, this will probably get easier. But holy shit, I have like a lot of pieces of many things, but nothing complete. Cause this, if I just had a picture of Elias, I would be able to finish this. But I can't get a picture of the asshole. Let's go back to my notes. This says it has 5. nothing I'm gonna get from there. Yeah, I don't feel like I can follow up on a lot of that stuff. I was wondering if somehow my public library would have the periodical, but it's not like we have an author for this. God, I wish it was still 3 instead of 4. It being 4 is so painful. Yeah, I've already tried both of those. Because this is what came up for this. Become a collector's item, but I can't search like this, and I can't search this, because if I search this, it's just gonna give me nothing. It usually doesn't like if you put in too many words. And then I can't do like Piketty magazine. Yeah. wish I could find some of these court cases. Like, god damn, you'd think it would be easier to find them. You never have to apologize for pausing the stream. Really surprised Piketty doesn't have anything about it. Because it's still saying there's one thing here. Aha! With the releases of Six Pieces, Caroline Morton did a television interview. Someone had uploaded a partial transcript of that interview on the television section of the messaging community. Only her answers and missing the questions. This creates a somewhat confusing reading experience, but don't really give you... does give you a bit more history about Caroline and some of her family members. Thank you. 45 minutes. Little interview transcript. Thanks for having me. I've never really fit in the family, so it didn't surprise me. She could have put me in if she wanted to talk about the time during my activism days when I almost got arrested for stealing the spark plugs out of all of her tractors, but I don't really think it fit her narrative. So that's talking about why do you think you weren't in Sam's book? Never tried to kick me out or send me to live on a farm if that's what you mean, but I was already pretty unpopular and everyone learned why I divorced my husband. Few people paid me any attention. So this is the one that specifically didn't like what the company was doing. She's my wife, not legally. Been together for half our lives, call it what it is. I was 20 and had just had my daughter. I hate to look back on that time because I was a terrible mother. My daughter was my ex-husband and followed Guy on a private jet to Europe. He lost a tooth and a client. I found love and a better understanding of who I was. Still in our family's eyes, this trip was somehow more acceptable. Explain that. I read off his behavior like he was some huge fan of romance or women, but he didn't like the entire woman. Doubly awkward for me because he was more supportive than most. I slowly figured out it was because he assumed I would be as shallow as he was. Seemed nice enough and did a good job. I didn't know him well. That was one of Sam's problems with our family. None of us did except Carl. Rather than not speak ill of the dead, not unless you want more stories about Guy. With Carl, though, all I can say is that we used to be friends before they sent him to private school. He became a lot judgier. Made sense that they made him president. He was a lot like my father after they disciplined the fun out of him. After I started protesting the farms, he stopped returning my calls. Basically drunk or high or both all the time. He actually used to sell me pot. His problems with women were different than Guy's, but he never really judged me. I guess he knew it would be pretty hypocritical to judge anyone for anything. Back then, he was destructively unreliable in every way, but nowadays he's just kind of boring and old. I prefer that to how he used to be, and to Guy and Carl, it's still a cautionary tale. I hope I'm never that boring and old. So that must be Clark. Do I even get anything from this? I don't. It straight up has nothing. Yeah, this has nothing. I found it, but it doesn't have anything. Like, there's straight up no links anywhere for that. Okay. So that was nothing. Let's go back to previously on. I mean, we haven't searched Lauren yet. Woof. So searching Lauren gives me nothing. Chris Raff 75. Can I search that? Aha! Chris Rafferty's prodigy sites seem to have been discovered by the masses. Gone are the art pictures of his cousins. Instead, it's a list of questions that people kept emailing him. The relevant ones are the following. Are you the son of Clark Rafferty? Yes, but I didn't grow up with him. I remember him from when I was a little kid, but I moved away with my mom when I was very young. We left Pennsylvania and moved back home to Virginia. We lived there with Pete, my stepdad. My dad and I spoke a few times and I found his phone number on a check he sent us in the mail when I was 15. He was happy to hear from me and now he calls me once a month and came to visit me at college. He tells me about things I don't remember and people like Guy Hudson and Ernie Madsen. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't very close. Did you ever meet the Roottrees? Used to know the Roottrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid and I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember and what I only think I do because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5 and in the office with my dad and Guy was there. Made myself sick by eating chocolate and some woman who I don't know cleaned my face. I don't know if my memories of that come out from the pictures or not. How did you have proof of Ernie Madsen's heart condition? Knew Ernie had a heart problem because my dad told me on one of our phone calls. I asked him about the poison because I saw it on the Roottree Curse website and he emailed some old stuff, including the proof, but even with the proof, the website didn't take it down. Spelled fiance wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at painting and other art. I'm going to school to learn how to edit movies. I want to make cartoons someday. Lulu is much better at spelling. Lulu. Okay. Okay, well at least I got a new thing from that. Okay, 4 people. 4 people. The show older does nothing. It just shows like look, see? This just shows like the version of the website from when I saw it in the first game, basically. So that's what it means by show older, because this technically takes place later. Okay, photos on Chris Rafferty's website. It's a photo of him, his father, and Guy Hudson. While they were distracted, he snuck into the supply of chocolate they keep for visitors and tours. Chris Rafferty does not know who the woman in the photo was. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wait, why don't I have better internet? What's wrong with my internet? Is it dying right now? Or were you talking about something in the game? Oh, okay, sorry. When I see internet issues with the stream, I'm like, oh god, I get panicky and I'm like, did something happen? So I can, once I verify the relative, I can add photos. So, is this you? No, it's not. I mean, I can at least add this picture of you, and I can add this picture of you, Clark. Okay, I mean, we're finding some stuff by looking at this previously on. Family Man? It did not work. True Family. Bess Williams. Okay, reprinting of an old book. During your first search, the book had a picture of the farm on the cover. This version includes a portrait of Elias. Hell yes. Gotcha, you bastard. Dictionary defines propaganda as information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a political cause or point of view. Replace that definition with a picture, it would be a picture of this book. This book tells you nothing new about Elias, but from what you know of his true feelings towards some of his extended family, you're not sure it tells you anything true about Elias either. The reissue of this book was so lazy that they reused the famous photo of Elias from Business Watch, whose copyright had expired. This thing it has going for it, it's only 85 pages long. Yeah, this book sucked. Okay, but it gave me the picture of Elias so I can fill you in? Hell yeah. There we go. That's what I needed. We don't even get a new picture of Elias. It's the same one from before. Riley, Steven, the picture. Booyah. Okay. Booyah. Please give me something, Clark. Or Sam.
Has Clark reached out to you? Well, let me give you a short history lesson about the last few months of my life. 3 different people contacted me, claiming that somewhere in their history, they might be Roottrees. First, that young man, the rapper. I ignored that one. He seemed dubious. But then I saw the news. I felt terrible. So I began helping the others. Because my doubts with Felix were so misfounded, I ended up putting too much faith in the second person that approached me. I went to the media prematurely. I admit my mistake there, but the third person who contacted me also had a credible case. Before I could help, the company got to them somehow. The fact that the family silenced them doesn't seem to fill me with hope when it comes to Clark's intentions.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But you're making progress based on the leads he gave you. It's really hard for me to get a read on him. I'll let you handle it. I've sent you the case I've been working on, and some company records I managed to track down.
Finally.
The records are quite dense, but hopefully they're useful. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the women here. 'Cause you should be right. You should be a secretary, or you were. It said you were the secretary. Maybe I need your job now? Because you were Hudson's secretary. Okay. I'm not touching any more of this right now, though. Not touching any more of it. Because I'm definitely not finishing this tonight like I thought maybe I could. Oh, it might be her maiden name. Yeah, that could be right. I don't know what her maiden name was. Alright, well. Yeah. So,